Welcome to the Slice Podcast, where I give you a slice of my mind. I'm your host, Christopher Martinez, and from the sounds of it, I think Compton is going to explode. The 49ers just won the divisional game against the Cowboys, and I think everyone in Los Angeles who isn't a Raider fan is happy. I mean, anyone who is a Raiders fan is not happy, so I'm pretty sure everyone who isn't a Raiders fan is happy by default. This is episode 22. And you might be thinking, wow, another episode of the Slice Podcast so quickly? Well, I'm filming this on January 22nd. The last episode that I uploaded, I believe, was a week ago. Was it the 15th I uploaded it? The 14th. All right, well, so that's what, 6, 7, 8... Actually, 8 days ago, it seems like. I want to try and get these out more. Let's talk about the first topic I have. My hopes for the channel this year. I know I'm not a big-time YouTuber. I do this for fun. I like to talk for fun. I like to make videos for fun and for practice for my future films. God, I don't know if I like this setup I have. I've been trying to mess with different ways of doing this set. I want to give myself more room with the chair here and the wall and the camera. And I want to be able to show all my posters. But sometimes I'm sacrificing showing the TV and some of that Marvel thing over there. I would like to show my new posters, but I'm pretty sure you'll see those in skits. I've had this poster for a while, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I got it back in December of 2021, and then I left it at my parents' house when I came back here for 2022, and then I got it during the summer of 2022, brought it back here, and I haven't got a frame for it since, until today, so a full year later. And then I got a Bee and Puppy Cat poster. I got that over the... Hell, when did I get that? Well, I got it before I left to Compton this time, I think. No, I got it over the winter break. The only problem with that is the Legend of Zelda poster wants to stay up, but my Bee and Puppy Cat poster doesn't want to stay up. I'm using these stupid like sticky strips that you put on the wall. And I use them for my movie posters back here, and they work fine. I'm not gonna nail movie posters, but these are big posters, 24 by 36, and I needed frames for them. So I just got these really cheap frames that you put together. The frames aren't the problem. I think that it's the sticky pads that are the problem. So I'm pretty sure. Well, now I can't put it up anymore because the Bee and Puppy Cat poster kept falling over and cracking, and now the bottom of it is broken. Some of it, and the poster in the bottom corner is a little messed up now. Not like tragically, but it's messed up. It's noticeable, and that's ugly, and I'm very sad face about it. And I was so happy to get that damn poster. It's not the original poster I wanted. There was another Bee and Puppy Cat poster I wanted, but I'm very happy with the one I have because it's really cute. All the characters are like chibi-esque. And the Bee and Puppy Cat logo covers up Cardamom and Sticky's face. I think that's really funny. It's just an oversight, I think, but it's still kind of funny. You see how off topic I get sometimes? I wanted to talk about my hopes for the channel, but instead I was rambling on about my movie posters or my Bee and Puppy Cat poster because I was talking about how I don't like this setup. So, what I want to do for this channel this year, not really like my New Year's resolution sort of deal, but more so I want to get on top of things sort of deal. I want to put a podcast out every so often. I want to do it more frequently. I just want to talk about more things more frequently. Might help with me feeling lonely. I'll get to talk about that later. Not really, but somewhat. And the skits. The skits is the big issue for me because last year I did not post many skits. In the year of our Lord 2022, I did not post a lot of skits. I think I posted like 3 Let's check it. So all my videos I posted in the year of 2022. Let's see. It was a Slice Podcast episode 16. Wow, so I did 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I did 5 podcasts last year. I want to do way more than 5 podcasts this year. So that's one thing I want to work on. More podcasts. But in terms of the skits, let's see. I did 1. It was Me versus Me, Old and New. 2. Me versus Me, Write the Block, Part 1. 3. Me versus Me, Write the Block, Part 4. And then Me versus Me, Christmas Cookies, the 4th one. So I only posted 4 skits in the entirety of 2022. That's no bueno. I can't do that. So I want to make more skits, but the only problem is I got to be more creative. I got to think more. I got to think better. I got to think what skits I want to make. There was this skit I had an idea for. I wanted to call it Me versus Me When It Rains, and it's going to be about the two me's arguing about feeling lonely and why we shouldn't feel lonely, trying to get the other me to get out of feeling lonely because he's just being a sad bitch about it. But something happened and I don't feel so lonely. Most of the time. You get a moment here and there when you live by yourself. I live by myself. I've had the fortune of living with my family over the summer and over the winter breaks. But for the most part, when I'm here in Compton, it's nothing. It's me and my thoughts and me writing and me trying out new places or when I ever get the chance to. But I need to do better at writing my skits, writing small things I can create for myself, for the channel, because I don't do this to get monetized. I don't do this for the hopes of getting monetized or getting millions of views, becoming an internet celebrity. I do this because I think it's fun. It's comforting to me. I like to talk about stuff. I like to, spill my beans about everything, Not everything, but just the things I want to get off my chest. So, what I want to do for the channel this year, more podcasts. That's one. I want to make more skits. I want to keep up with it. At least make 1 skit per month. At least. I want to do multiple. I want to get to 50 podcasts at the end of the year. I just want to keep doing the podcast. It's fun. But the skits, I need to do more skits. I need to be more creative about the skits too. Because as of now, I can only do Me versus Me's. I don't want to bug my friends on the weekends because we're also busy during the week. And on the weekends, it's probably just, let's go see a movie or something. I don't know. And also, one more thing I wanted to talk about in terms of the channel for this year. I really want to talk about my favorite movies. I want to make a movie. It's essentially a movie review, but I go more in depth and I just say everything I love about the movie. My favorite movies. I actually have a list on my Letterboxd, and to save you the time, I'll just read the list. The list of my favorite movies. My favorite films. These are the films that mean the most to me and have inspired me to pursue filmmaking more so than I have wanted to before. Back to the Future will forever be my favorite film. I used to have a top 5 after Back to the Future was Star Wars, A Bronx Tale, Forrest Gump, and Midsommar. But my love for the other films on here are almost equal to those films, and I can't say any more than I have a top 5. I can't say any more that... Did I make a typo? But my love for the other films on here are almost equal to those films, and I can't say any more than I have a top 5. Only a favorite film and others that would be considered my favorites. And so in this list, Back to the Future, it will always be my favorite film no matter what. Okay, it's magic to me. Star Wars, A Bronx Tale, Forrest Gump, Midsummer. And these aren't in order. These are just the way I added them. Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Kiki's Delivery Service, my favorite Ghibli film, Spider-Man 1 and 2, When Harry Met Sally, a foreign film called Ali, Fear Eats the Soul, directed by one Rainer Werner. Yeah, he really good fucking movie. I've talked about it before on the podcast. The Sixth Sense, 12 Angry Men. This is going to be a little doozy right here. Iron Man. Iron Man? Really? Christopher Martinez? Yes, Iron Man is one of my favorite movies ever. Fuck you. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, my favorite Tarantino film. Grave of the Fireflies and My Neighbor Totoro. Those are my favorite films. These are the movies that made me feel more emotion than any other films. These are the films that have done more so than inspire me. If I could find a word that's much stronger than inspire, I would use it. But those films right there, they all mean something personal to me. They mean something that I honestly can't explain, but I want to try to explain it in film form, and I mean in the form of a video. Back to the Future, it's just so damn fun. It is such a tight script. It's so enjoyable. The filmmaking is top notch. It's fucking great. Forrest Gump, a film that never ceases to make me cry. It's an incredibly well told story about living life. Kiki's Delivery Service. It's so damn enjoyable. I love the music. It looks great. It holds up to this day. And it's a lot about growing up. Midsummer, one of the most personal films to me, mainly because I was in a bad relationship when I watched it. And it took breaking up to fully realize how powerful that film really is. I mean, I bought the director's cut, for God's sake. I fucking love Midsummer. And Ari Aster is a fantastic filmmaker, and I can't wait for Beau is Afraid. I'm just listing off the Spider-Man movies. Why are those some of my favorites? Because they're fucking incredible. Sam Raimi did an excellent job. Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man, the best Peter Parker. And those movies are just fun. And those movies can't be made nowadays. More so the first Spider-Man, or it'd be seen as cheesy and goofy, but it's so fucking great. Grave of the Fireflies, one of the most gut-wrenching experiences, possibly the most gut-wrenching experience I've ever seen in a film. Directed by Isao Takahata, who has more gut-wrenching and personal stories to tell than Hayao Miyazaki. Hayao Miyazaki is more so about the spectacle, with a strong story, but Isao Takahata, with his Ghibli films, tell a more personal, touching story. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I've already reviewed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on my YouTube channel. I gave it an A. I thought it was fucking amazing. It's so damn good. It just is. I love it more and more every time I watch it. So all of these movies are fucking incredible. And I want to make a video about each and every one of them. And I'll put them under the movie review section, but I want to make a section of my favorite films. Or my favorites. And I don't know what I want to start with or when I'm going to start it, how in depth I want to get into these. It might just be me explaining what I love about them. But yeah, that's what I think I want to do for the channel this year. More podcasts, more skits, make the skits better, and that section, my favorites, because I have a lot to say about those movies, and I don't think I'm going to be reviewing every single movie I see in the year 2023, and here's why. And I am almost hesitant to do this review for Skinamarink. I wanted to... It's a movie I really want to talk about, but at the same time, I don't, because I don't like it. I really don't. And my letterbox, I kept going back and forth on whether or not it was a D plus or a C minus for me. Anything within the range of a C minus to an A plus is like enjoyable in my books, because in terms of letter grading for school and stuff, that's passing. You passed with a C minus, but barely. And I gave Mithrigan a C minus, and now I don't think it deserves. I just gave it a C minus because the camera was on. There are some interesting aspects that could have worked if the script was more fleshed out, but I didn't like hate it. But the more I think back on it, it's just so, it's nothing. I got nothing out of watching Mithrigan. I at least got something out of watching Skinamarink. If you don't know, Skinamarink is a new horror film which was shown in festivals in 2022 and then was leaked because certain festivals accidentally leaked it somehow. And then it was shown on TikTok and stuff and Twitter or whatever. The whole movie was leaked somewhere, and the director was sad about it, but he was like, oh, at least people are talking about it. And so a coworker of mine talked to me at work, and I said, what are you doing this week? And she said, I'm going to see this new horror film, Skinamarink. I said, oh, well, let me put it in the watch list in my letterbox. So I look at it later, and I say, oh, it's on my Regal app that it's showing close to me. So I decided to check it out that weekend as well, and I almost fell asleep because it's so fucking boring, but it is a valiant effort. So you see why I don't want to talk about it, because I don't have a whole lot to say on it, but at the same time I do. And I remember last year I said I didn't want to review every single movie I saw, only the ones I really want to talk about, to which I talked about every single movie I saw in the year 2022. At least in the form of a YouTube video. Something about it made it seem incomplete on my part if I didn't talk about it. I mean, there's my Letterboxd account, but I don't think everyone's going to be looking at my Letterboxd account all the time and checking it, yada yada. It's in the link. It's in a link in the description of my videos, just in case anyone's curious about my thoughts on other films, such as every film I've seen outside of my YouTube reviews. I mean, I still do reviews for those, but like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And what else did I see? The first Avatar film. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, House of Blues, the 1 hour movie that was made for the show, that was shown in 3 parts before, as serving as the pilot, basically. Neon Genesis Evangelion, The Big Lebowski, the Home Alone movies, Step Brothers, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Punch Drunk Love. All these movies that I see outside of the movie theaters that I check out and I watch and I review them on Letterboxd if I haven't. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be movies I see in 2023 that don't interest me at all, and I won't talk about them in a YouTube video. Maybe I'll discuss it in the podcast. But I just don't want to feel obligated to, I gotta talk about this movie. Skinamarink might be the last one because it's at least interesting. Mithrigan wasn't interesting, but I talked about it for the sake of talking about it because it was a new film I saw and I felt obligated to do so. But Skinamarink, because it's interesting, I have some things to say on it, but I still don't like the movie. I still don't think it's a good movie. It's a valiant effort, but not a good movie. All right, I think that's all I wanted to talk about that. It was the intro, me going off about my movie posters and my Being Puppy Cat poster falling over all the time. And I just set it up today. It's probably fallen like 3 times. I kept trying to put it back up, but whatever. And I talked about the channel for this year. Let's talk about the next subject, that being getting in shape. I've been going to the gym. I've been saying this on the podcasts for a while now, and I'm really taking it serious because I want to get in shape. I want to lose weight. I have a gut, and it feels weird. Sitting down in points and laying down and going, oh, I feel that. But I've been losing weight, and I think I've been gaining a little muscle. And every time I go to the gym, I run 2 miles. Sometimes I think, oh, I'll just do one. But then a song plays, and I'm like, okay, it's past the 1 mile mark, and the song's not finished. Let's keep going. And I just do it. And if you see my Instagram stories, you see I always post when I do my miles at the gym because that's just a fun way to keep track of it. I show my family, I show some friends, like, hey, look what I did today. Something productive. I've been telling everyone at work and my family I'm on the quest for the 6-pack. And what that entails is eating oatmeal every morning. Not eating so much shit at work. I always try to eat cashews or like fruit and vegetables. Every time we have catering at work, I always get the vegetables. But I hate when they're like caked in sauce or they're oily. It's fucking gross. Like I can't stand when like Brussels sprouts are caked in oil, or when peppers are so oily, cooked in butter and oils. Like it's so much. I mean, I get it. You need a little bit of oil, but they're caked in it. It's nasty. But it's vegetables nonetheless that they have. I'm a sucker for broccoli. And, going to the gym. It's hard going during the week because of work. But it depends when I get off and what we have for the next day. But it not also depends on when I get off, because we may wrap at a certain time, but us PAs still have to collect the daily time cards for every department. And not only that, but it depends on where we're at that specific day and how long it takes for me to get back home, depending on how far away it is and the traffic. And then it also depends on where we're filming the next day and what time I have to be in. So I got to think, okay, if I go to the gym for X amount of time and I come back home, how much time do I have before I go to bed and get sleep for the next day? And I don't want to sacrifice all of my sleep because that'd be terrible. I still need some sleep because there's points where we just get so fucking tired at work and it's obnoxious. And, whatever. But that means during the week I got to eat a lot better. And then on the weekend, just because I go to the gym, it doesn't mean I should be eating like shit. So I just got some protein shake stuff that I'm going to be drinking. I'll probably make it every morning with milk or something. Especially I'll drink it after the gym, of course. And yeah, let's not eat like shit. And let's do more push-ups and sit-ups, everybody. Because I need to get big like the Arnold. The Arnold Schwarzenegger is really big. And he has the big muscles. And so does Sylvester Stallone. You got the big muscles too, of course, I don't want to look like those guys. Those guys are giant, big, beefy guys, you know what I mean? I'd have to get a lot taller to look like them. But, I just want to get in shape. I want to get more slim. I mean, more thin. I want to do Adrian. Oh, God, I love doing that. All my friends at work love my Sylvester and Arnold. They fucking love it. But they also love my Tommy Wiseau. The Room. That shit's funny. I love that. But yeah, I just want to keep working on eating better and not eating like shit and working out more. Yeah, the weekends are definitely go to the gym days. But during the weekday, I at least want to go at least once, depending on what kind of days we have and where we film the next day. So yeah, that's that. I went thrifting today. That seemed not really thrifting. I just went to Ross. I did some grocery shopping today, and I got some chicken, avocados, tomatoes, and lettuce for my ham sandwiches I might want to eat when I come home. And then, goddamn it, what did I just say right now? What the hell did I just say? Why can't I? because this wasn't a part of a subject that I wrote down for the list. I just started talking about something I got today. Help me out here, guys, who I can't talk to. What did I say? I got something. What did I get today? What was I talking about? God damn it. Okay. Oh, I went to Ross. That's it. I don't know. I just got some new clothes I'm gonna try out. They look really nice. Just shirts and new pair of pants. Cause I'm always in the market for a new pair of pants. I should have bought an umbrella. Damn. About a week ago or so, it was just raining like hell. I think it was last Monday, not like the Monday that just passed before the filming of this, but maybe I think it was the Monday before, where it was raining like hell and it was miserable. We were filming outside and it was just miserable. My rain jacket ended up soaking my sleeves to my shirt, and then it spills running off of the bottom of my jacket onto my pants, so that my underwear got soaked, and then it got to my boots and then my socks, and I was just miserable all fucking day. So I should have bought an umbrella. But I just got some nice shirts, and Ross, dress for less. Like, these are some really nice shirts that I got, not like top quality tier, whatever. They just look really nice, and I'm trying to do my wardrobe a little bit differently. I haven't worn this shirt in hella long at work because I'm like, I always wear a jacket. And it's kind of old too. I have my Pikachu shirt that looks cooler. Or not cooler, but it looks better. Because this is just an older shirt. But I was out and about. And I'm like, let's go. And I just found some nice shirts. And I think they'll fit my wardrobe nice. And then I bought a new Kango on Amazon. My thing was, the Kangos I had before, I had two Kangos. And I didn't know what size they were just because they were old. Because my dad gave them to me a while back. And I started wearing them during college. And then I wore them during work. And I'm like, man, these are so fucking cool. But I only have two of them. So last year, I think maybe during October or November, I bought some new Kangos. And they are cool. And they just complete me. I love Kangos. But I only have 5 of them. I want more. So I just bought this nice blue looking one. And it's a plain blue one, but if I were to find like a nice pink shirt or something, blue and pink go well together, I think, and some blue jeans. Maybe wear a black jacket to expose the pink right here, as I don't zipping it up all the way. If I wear my black jacket that I got from working on season 3 of my show, then I zipping it up before the chain, so you can see the chain, and then the bottom of it exposes the rest of the shirt. And I've just been wearing plain shirts nowadays because it's cold as fuck over here. It is cold. It is cold. It is cold. It is cold. It was so cold in my place one night that I could see my breath as I exhaled. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Maybe it was because I showered and I sort of left the windows closed for a little bit. But I was, I still felt that it was cold. My body wasn't really cold, but I still felt that it was cold. I'm like, what the fuck? So I got under my awesome electric blanket that my parents got me for Christmas, and everything felt better. And then my auntie sent me a giant fleece blanket, so I sleep with like 3 blankets at night because it's cold as hell. But once it gets hot, there's going to be nothing I can do. Just except leave the windows open and drink a shit ton of water. But that won't be for a while. It's still January. Almost February. That's only the 22nd. Yeah, so one of my costumers at work, she's in the background costumes department. She's really nice, really cool. I met her last year on season 3. Me and the health and safety peeps. I forgot how we started talking, but we just did, and see her every now and then. And I see her on set more so now than ever, and she's really cool. She walked up to me, complimented my Kangos, and she goes, "You know what? you look great in a tracksuit and those Kangos. And I'm like, yeah. I'm thinking, what the fuck's a tracksuit? What's a tracksuit? I mean, I had the idea of what it was, but for some reason it wasn't going to my head. Like, what does it really look like? You know, is it gonna be baggy? Is it gonna be wrinkly? Like, intentionally wrinkly or something, poofy? But no, it's just those Adidas track suits. And I'm like, it could work. Yeah, I could totally see it working. I just have to lose a little bit more weight, you know, or get the muscles. Need to get the muscles so I can look good in tracksuit. You know, I think tracksuits will work with my Kangos. I got a nice green. It's not checkered. It's like sort of striped. They're sort of striped because they have a like an extending piece on the side of them. Sort of striped, a green and gray one. I got an all gray one and I got a red one. The red one's really sharp, but the gray one's really nice. I think this blue one's would be really nice too. And funny enough, I want more green in my wardrobe, but I just don't find like I can't decide on which green I like or what it will match with, or what color Kango would work with it, because there's so many different greens and I haven't seen a lot of green Kangos. The only place I've seen Kangos sold at is a hat shop in Long Beach, not in any store that I've seen in Burbank or the Grove or any other nice place I've been to. No, a hat shop on the shore in Long Beach is the only place that sells Kangos that I've seen. It's cool, at least. You know, I found a place to get Kangos, but I just bought one on Amazon for the sake of convenience because I didn't feel like driving to Long Beach today. And then be more inclined to buy more Kangos that I probably don't need but would want, you know. Maybe I should want more things. You know, why not? You know, why shouldn't I want things? You know, I can do what the fuck I want. Like, did I need a steelbook of Only Yesterday? No, but I wanted it. So I got it on Amazon when I got my the fuck did I buy? That's just something for my dad. What the hell did I buy? Gotta text him back real quick about this. It's not important. It's just something. Let's put this on silent. Well, I'm thinking about what I bought with my copy of Only Yesterday. Was it no, it was my new phone case. My old phone case that I got when I originally got my Google Pixel, the kickstand broke. And it's been broken for a while. And it only worked one way. Like it was at one side of the phone. So I was just getting tired of it. You know, I wanted to be able to use a kickstand. And I wanted a better looking phone case. So I got this cool looking green phone case for my phone. Look, it works on one side. Works on the other without sacrificing how deep it sits. And works vertically. It's neat. I like it. And it's green. I love anything that's green. So yeah, that's I was talking about wants. You know, what should I want? I should want more things. I want things. I want things in life. I want more friends. I want to work on other shows because I just want to see the way other productions run, and I want to meet more people in the industry, and I want to make a movie. It's both. I want to make and I need to make a movie. Because I don't feel complete yet until I make a movie. But then I won't be complete because I have more movies and more stories to tell. So I'll probably never be complete because I'll always want to have a story to tell. And maybe when I die, I'll leave behind a bunch of stories for people who I trust to tell those stories. I have in my notes section, there's like a will. And in the fact I do die, all my stories go to my best friend Sebastian. Any story they can find, any story I've ever thought of, any story I've told people, I'd want him to have them because I trust him. Let's see. I think I can move on to the next section. I deleted Tinder because it wasn't working for me, and it's stupid. And I was talking to some coworkers at work the other day, and a couple weeks ago, my friend at work, Sergio, was like, dating in Los Angeles is hard. You got to be if you're not like a perfect top fit dude or girl, then you're shit out of luck. And he was like, I'm fortunate I met my lady. And I go, oh, your future wife. That's the thing they say in the room. And so I go outside and they're discussing, I missed the conversation, but they're discussing like worst dates they had. And he was explaining one of them. I'm like, dude, that doesn't sound so terrible. I'm like, at least you went on a date. I haven't gone on a date in a fucking while. Like an actual date. And I guess this was feeding into the more so that me feeling lonely part 2. Not part 2, but part as well. Because I haven't been in a relationship in a while. Sometimes that can eat away at you because, you don't have anyone to talk to about, specific things. But I do have friends at work that I can talk to about specific things too. But, I guess I just miss the comfort of being with someone. But is that a reason why you should be with someone? You should be with someone because you want to be with that person, because you guys have qualities you like about each other, and you guys, have the same interests. And I don't know. The more I look back on my last relationship, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Oh God, what was it? I was talking about deleting Tinder. I went off another tangent about my friend's story about how he said he went on a date and it was bad. I'm like, dude, it doesn't sound so bad at all. Like, what, were you late, or was she just like the super hot? And he said she was like a super hot girl. But I think like he didn't get to pay for her because she was like there already and got her own drink or something. Like, he went to a coffee shop or something. And he said his thing like the you got to be like a perfect looking dude or whatever, in order to get a date. And like, dude, fucking looking for dates and stuff in Los Angeles is like looking for Pokemon with the perfect IVs and EVs, And I'm a fucking casual when it comes to Pokemon games. I don't know what the fuck IVs and EVs are, and I don't know how to IV and EV train. Like, if you're confused about what I'm talking about, trust me, I'm confused as well. I don't know what the fuck that is. But it's certain qualities about Pokemon that, the perfect Pokemon, like, for competitive play. I don't do that shit. I'm casual. So I said, dude, looking for dates in Los Angeles is like looking for a Pokemon with the perfect IVs and EVs, It's funny. And, Dev Patel's in only yesterday? Shit, that's cool. And in the dub version, at least. God damn it. I keep doing this. Keep going on stupid tangents. Gotta stay focused, Damn, I wish that was a beer. I'm not an alcoholic. But, yeah. I did a no-no a while back where I asked out a coworker at work who we don't really know each other. I mean, not like we don't know each other, but our interactions have been few and far in between. But I just thought she was a cool person. And, I don't know, not asking her out kind of ate away at me because, like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I not doing it? You want to do something, do it. Stop just being a bitch and just do it. So I asked after a while, it was a no. I was like, okay, whatever. Shit happens. That's life. You deal with it. Then I asked her if she wanted to see a movie. It was for the Ghibli Fest for Spirited Away. And I'm like, immediately afterwards, she was like, "Oh, I'd have to see." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, cool." And immediately after, I'm like, "What the fuck did I just do?" You know, what the fuck did I just do? And so I was thinking, like, I'm thinking, what the fuck? And it like shit, something was eating away at me. I don't know what it was. But then I felt better because I thought about this dope ass story from it, which I won't say. I've told friends, but I won't say it now because I want you to experience it in the near future. But it is an incredibly original and I think emotionally connective story that people can see and connect to. And it might help them. Not like it's therapy, but it might let them know about specific feelings that people are feeling. So I'd walk up to said lady some days later. I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry, for the second thing, but I'm an asshole. But we're friends, so it's cool now." She invited me to her Christmas party. Fuck. I don't know. Yeah, we're friends now, so that's cool. What else was I gonna say on this about the deleting Tinder thing? Yeah, just wasn't working out for me. I had it for a while. Like I'd check it every day. I'm like, okay, not getting matches, yada yada. And then I restarted it when I moved back to Compton. And the only times I'd swipe left on someone was when it was a dude. I'm like, I'm not looking for dudes. I'm looking for women. What the fuck? It's a dude, like a man. I'm like, no, no. And like, what is a man doing in this? And then I'd set my thing for 10 miles. And I get someone from 3,000 miles. I'm like, what the fuck? Not like I'd get a match, but I'd see someone. I'm like, what the fuck? And then the matches I'd get are I'm not on here. Message me on Instagram. And it's like a page with like thousands of followers with a secret tree link or whatever the fuck it's called to their links for their OnlyFans. I'm like, fuck off. I mean, I get it. These women are all super attractive and super hot. Would never go for a goof like me. But it's like, really? Just make a regular fucking, or just, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I'm seeing something right now. My phone's open so I can look at my topics. But yeah, that's the no, that's not it. That's not it for the subject. I was talking about the Tinder thing. I wasn't getting real matches. I wasn't getting like people. I was getting like bot accounts and shit. Not like clearly they're fake, but like probably someone who sets it up just so they can get people to look at their OnlyFans or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I not charming enough? Am I not good looking enough? Or maybe no one's just using Tinder. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm not that bad of a looking guy, I think I'm good looking. Somewhat. I got nice hair. I think I have a nice face, I don't know. I don't look like a supermodel, I guess. And my friend brought up something like, "Oh, Tinder worked better in college." It did work better in college. I met some cool people on Tinder through college. Jack shit is what I got from Tinder afterwards. What, I met 1, 2 people? Nothing really arose out of that much. So yeah, I'm like, what? Fuck it. I'll delete Tinder. It's a waste of time. I'm just gonna do me. I'm just gonna be me. And somehow the cards will fall into my table, and then the right cards will be shown to me one day. So yeah. And I made a whole nother episode about why I hate dating apps. So fuck that. Fuck that shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna do me. And, thinking about that, thinking about not wanting a romantic relationship is gonna do good for me because I'll be thinking, you know what? Yeah, I like me. I don't need people. I want people, but I don't need people. I can be happy on my own, and I am. I'm very happy. I'm a little happy sad sometimes. That's a thing. That's the next subject. Happy sad. Back with a new clip. I got some more water. I talked to my dad on the phone for a little bit. Called to see what's up. We chatted for a little bit. It was nice. Now let's get to happy sad. Yeah, so if you remember from the last episode of the podcast, I was feeling a little homesick. And the fiasco at the Christmas party and me being happy to be back home. But then I moved back here by myself. And then it was just days of me being alone at home again. And I don't have many friends. I don't have friends outside of work. So it's I don't want to bug them on the weekends unless they want to do something. Sometimes I just feel like I'm a bother. Sometimes I feel like I'm a bother because who wants to hang out with little old me? I'm just Christopher Martinez. These guys have known each other for years, and then I get thrown into the mix. Yeah, I knew them last year from the show. Last season from the show. We're all friends now, and that's good. But sometimes I just can't get that feeling off me because I'm me. So it's a weird feeling sometimes. Like, oh, I'm just little old me. Who wants to hang out with me? I don't want to bug anyone. But all of that went away. Funny enough, I was talking earlier about the skit I wanted to write called "When It Rains" because when it rains, I feel less lonely because there's a constant noise. Or when it rains, it reminds me, or it makes me forget that I'm alone. I had a specific line about it. And so this last Friday that just passed was one of our PA's last day on our show. Or it was his last day on the show before he went to another show. So we all decided to go to the bar and drink and celebrate. And I remember when, it was official that we were going, like the day of, I was like, hey guys, we're going out? Like, yeah. I'm like, fuck yeah. Let's go drinking with our friends tonight. And a bunch of people showed up, and I felt happy again, to be hanging out with friends, not at work. I love seeing them at work too, but when we're all just, there's no weight on our shoulder, just us hanging out and chilling and having a good time and just talking about shit. My old boss in health and safety, one of my supervisors, I saw him and I walked up with my drink. I'm like, hey. He thought I was giving it to him. Like, oh, no, this is my drink. I wanted to cheers, but I'll get you another drink. I'll get you a drink, because you're my boss. You're my boss, and I fucking love that guy. And so, and then all the PAs were there, health and safety peeps were there, stand-ins and background people were there, and costumes people were there, and props people were there, and other people were there. It was just fun, going people to people, talking about shit, spilling some beans about some shit. It was really cool, and I missed just hanging out with everyone. Not drinking with everyone. I miss drinking with everyone, but I just miss hanging out with everyone without a worry on our shoulders. It's so comforting and fun, and it reminds me that I'm not alone. I have friends. I just got to reach out more. I got to stop being a little whiny baby bitch about it. But no, I had a good time. We're all just chilling and talking and drinking and having fun and laughing about stupid shit. I had a couple funny stories. I won't say here, not until I feel more comfortable saying said story about saying said things that I've gone through. It's a funny story, but it's also ooh, you did that? You? This guy? The lovable goof Christopher Martinez did this? Okay. Damn, that's good water. But no, it's just I just had a good time with everyone, and I felt so much better. and I haven't felt lonely since. It was nice. I really liked it. We're all just drinking and having a good time and chilling and laughing. You know, no work's on our mind. Of course, we're all thinking, oh, we got back on Monday and go through more shit. But no, it was time to be with our friends, have a good time, unwind. And I really liked it. And then I talked to my friend. We were quoting The Room, the movie The Room, and my boss was like, "I don't know it, but I know it because you guys have quoted all the time." I said, "Sergio, we gotta have a viewing. We gotta have a room viewing for everybody, where we have barbecue chicken and delicious rice. The barbecue chicken was delicious rice, and pizza and drinks, and we gotta watch it drunk and everyone laugh at it. We have to." I said we should rent out a movie theater for it. Or just get a big ass room and watch it. I said we have to do it because it sounds so fucking fun. We're gonna do it. We just gotta find a time when. Maybe the weekend after the Super Bowl or something. 2 weekends after the Super Bowl. I don't know. It just sounds like it would be the best fucking time ever. You know, I think it'd be really cool. And yeah. You might be wondering, Christopher, this isn't your usual setup. Of course, I always have my glass of water. I present a new movie or video game. I have my Torchic, my favorite Pokemon starter. What's this? If you see my, oh goddamn, why does my Xbox turn on by itself? If you see my Instagram stories, I opened up one of my totes so I can find my rock collection, and I put my dumb little rock collection up on my bookshelf with my movies and video games and stuff. Then I found my old Spartan Mega Block figurines, and I placed them all there to protect the anime films that I have, the Ghibli movies. And then I saw this. This was one of the things that made me feel better. It was a graduation gift from a friend of mine from high school, one which I had a big crush on. But we remained good friends throughout, and it's been a while since we've spoke. A long while since we've spoke. I mean, I got back in contact with another friend who I didn't talk to for a while for certain reasons, but we started talking again, and it was great. But this thing, I've always liked to look at every now and then. It's a mason jar with nice little fabric around it, and there's each things inside that means something different. A pom-pom for someone to cheer for you all the time. A highlighter so you can highlight the great moments in life. Marbles in case you lose yours. A penny so you're never broke. A paperclip to hold all the things together. An eraser to mark out the bad things. A little star to remind you what to shoot for. And a balloon just because. And I don't know, seeing this again made me feel happy. Of course, it reminded me of high school and how being in high school was really cool because you're always around everyone no matter what. But it's the little things in here that remind me that things are good. Things are real good on my end. Look at all these things I have in here. You know, each thing means something special. And she made them for people. And I was like, oh shit, you made one for me? That's cool. So seeing that, I said, I gotta put it up on the shelf. My bookshelf with all my movies and books and stuff. You know, if I put it on the shelf, I'll see it every day. And it'll help me remind myself that things are good. Because there's always the little things that help you get through shit. And the little things really do help. whether it be a fun snack, whether it be hitting that extra rep at the gym, whether it be making someone smile during the day, making someone laugh, you know, because the little things, when they're all built up, can become one big thing, for better or worse. But if it's for the better, that'll be one great big thing. And so, yeah, I took that out of the tote. There's other things in my tote that I have. It's one of the totes I brought in when I moved over, moving all my stuff into totes. And I just never had a place to put it. And I'm glad I brought it back out. Because it's little meaningful things. The little things. Not the little things with Denzel and Rami Malek and Jared Leto. That very extremely passable average film with really great production on it, but just a little bad pace and a little boring at times. It's a good movie. It's just not my favorite. But these little things, they really mean something, especially when you feel down, because there's a lot of moments where I felt down. There's moments where I was thinking, I come home every single day and there's no one to talk to. There's no one to tell your day about. There's no one to rant to, no one to complain to, no one to hug, no one to laugh with. It's just you and your stupid, boring, dumb thoughts. And they only seem boring because you're alone. You don't have anyone to talk to about it with. And after spending all day with people, you come home and you're alone. Sometimes it eats away at you. Sometimes it doesn't. And that was going to be a big factor in the skit I wanted to make. Because when you live your entire life, coming home to people every single day, your family, and then you come home to your roommate in college for an entire year, and then you come home to 4 roommates an entire year, and then when COVID sends you back home and you go back to your family and you see them every day, you don't have anywhere to go. You're at home every day. It's comforting, So moving out by myself was a big fucking transition. Not just moving out. I fucking moved 6 hours away. It's nothing like my sister. She fucking flew across the country. She went to Wisconsin. But it's weird. It's still living on your own. No roommates, just you. Sometimes it gets to you, but I don't want to let that happen anymore. I want to be happy again. I'm gonna be happy again. I am happy again. It's the weird thing about me. I don't fucking get it. Like, why do I feel so happy at points, and then why do I feel so sad at points? And then go back to being happy, I'm Christopher Martinez, because that's fucking why. I'm the coolest goddamn person on the fucking planet. Oh, god damn it. I don't know. Alright, guys, I'm gonna be honest. This hasn't been the most well-structured episode. My battery wanted to die in about an hour after use. So I'm letting it charge, and I use one of my backup batteries, and I think it's going to be good enough to keep this going on for a little longer. I was talking about being happy, sad, and being happy. And I am happy because I'm the coolest fucking person on the planet. So let's talk about a couple other things before I talk about the questions. Damn it. I want to discuss this right now with these people. All right. Thoughts on The Last of Us Episode 1. I haven't played the games. I know about the games. I know they're good games. I know the second one has issues with the storytelling, but I heard the gameplay is good. So I was excited for the show because I'm like, okay, Big production. People know how to make good video game productions now. The Sonic movies are a good example. Halo. You know. But I was blown away with The Last of Us Episode 1. The filmmaking was top notch. Acting was great. Tense moments. Cool action scenes. Very, very tense moments. I really liked it. I thought it was good. And I'm excited to see what's to come. And I've had reassurance from a friend of work who said he likes the game. And he said it was really good. And the second episode came out tonight, actually. I might watch it tonight if I don't get caught up with my Skinamarink review. Which I don't know if I will do or not. It's another thing. I think I'll just watch The Last of Us. I'll probably edit this and send it out tonight. But yeah, there's that. Future projects. I've been saying these. I want to do Cyberpunk Edge Runners as a review and Bee and Puppycat Season 2 as a review. But Bee and Puppycat Season 2 is now just Bee and Puppycat on Netflix because I'm pretty sure they didn't want to upload the first season of YouTube onto the Netflix. So they had the first 3 episodes of Bee and Puppycat, recap the pilot, and the first 10 episodes of Bee and Puppycat, which are available on YouTube, while adding a few more elements. And then there are the 13 episodes of Bee and Puppycat on Netflix. The first 3 are just Bee and Puppycat with the new titles, and it's the pilot plus the first 10 episodes. So that's episodes 1 through 3. The rest of the 13 episodes, or the next 13 episodes, are Bee and Puppycat Lazy in Space, which is originally season 2. So, I want to do a review of that because I love Bee and Puppycat. It's one of my favorite shows. It's so comforting. I fall asleep to the first season every night, basically. And I fall asleep around 6 minutes in because it's just such a comforting show to listen to. Yeah, I want to do that. Skinamarink, I don't know if I want to talk about it just because there's not a whole lot for me to say. I mean, it's interesting. It's a valiant effort, but it's not good in my eyes. I see a filmmaker who wants to make something great. I don't know. I don't want to bash the guy. That's it. All right, I think that does it for that, and we will move on to the questions. I have been doing question stickers on Instagram, and this episode I got a lot more questions than the last time. So let's look at my screenshots that I've been collecting over the past week of questions that I will answer. Let's see. Might be off topic from films, but what is the favorite or most memorable moment from Cole? Cole being a school I went to as a kid. This is from a friend of mine. His name is Gerardo, who I went to school with him during middle school. One of the most memorable moments of me being at Cole, it's actually an embarrassing one. We had this thing called Starry Night that never happened anymore after this event. My first year at the school, I was in the 5th grade. We take a trip to the college next to us called UOP, and we do stuff. And I didn't eat a lot throughout the day, but I had a big ass quesadilla there. I ate it, and then that night while we were watching, we spent the night at the school. That night while we were watching movies and stuff, I had to get up. My throat was feeling warm and closing, so I needed to get up to get water, and then I just threw up. And I threw up on one of my friends. And yeah, it was not a good moment. And they never had Starry Night afterwards. That was 12 years ago or something. But that is one of the most memorable moments of mine. In terms of a favorite moment I've had at Cole, at my school, I don't know. Probably just hanging out with all my friends. We had Day in the Dirt where we ran 5K and just hung out with everyone. On one of the last days of school, we went ice skating, the 8th grade class. We went to Great America for our 8th grade trip. It was fun just to be with everybody. I don't know. I don't know if I really have a favorite moment from there. The most memorable, obviously, is the throw up. That was fun. Oh God. I think we were watching Jumanji when that happened. I don't remember. But I did like the cold days. You know, we're so young. Play basketball, play football, eat lunch, talk about stupid YouTube videos we watched, hang out in the classes before school even started, like well before school even started. You know, it was just a nice time. I missed all my old buddies. I was worried I wasn't recording this for a second. That would have been embarrassing. Oh God. Yeah. So there's that question. Let's see what's next. My friend texted this in a very weird way, and I had to tell her, "Is this what you actually meant?" Her name is Amanda. She said, the question she asked is, "Are you any kinds of food specifically to help in the gym?" With the shock surprise face emoji, with like the blue forehead. So I texted back. I said, "Did you mean do you eat any specific kinds of food to help with the gym?" She said, "Oh my God, yes." Well, I've just been trying to stay away from shit. But when I go to the gym and I come back, I want to eat peanut butter and some vegetables. If I have a protein, I'll eat the protein. Not a whole lot, but enough. I'm just trying to stay away from shit now, and I got protein mix, protein powder. That'll definitely help out. Cause I need to build the muscles. I need to build the muscles to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then I'm gonna beat up everybody and kill people with my pinkies. But no, yeah. And when I go to the gym, I like to do my 2 miles and a little bit of everything. Abs, arms, and legs. I don't want to focus on one thing specific. I want to do everything. I don't want to focus on one thing specifically. I want to do everything. A little bit of everything, you know. Because why have big muscles if you're going to have a gut? Or why have a six-pack if you're not going to have the big muscles? Another question. This is from one of my friends, Joseph. What's your favorite part about working on set? It was one of my friends I work with on the show. My favorite part about working on set is to get to see something new. Almost something new every day. New setup, new camera movement that we never probably did before. I can see new light. I can see different lighting setups. My favorite part is just learning on set. Learning what lighting setups would do. I saw we were doing this scene, and I was seeing the guys at the DIT village talking about the lighting. Like, hey, I want to get rid of this black spot right here. What's this? So the DP and the what would I call him? DP and one of our heads of the set lighting department walk in there. Best boy? No. They go in there. I said, what dark spots is he talking about? He says this. I'm like, oh yeah, it looks very noticeable. The more I looked at it, just seeing people talk in the departments about different things and how it all comes together to make the show. I think that's my favorite part about being on set. To learn how people do one thing, and that's just a small part of bringing everything together to make one big thing. It's really interesting. I love asking questions on set. Hey, what's this? What's that? Why do you do this? Would you rather do this than that? It's really cool. I love it. Next question. My dad asked me this rather than typing it on the sticker on the Instagram note. He responded to the message. Is American Psycho worth watching? And I texted him. The short answer is yes. But yes, American Psycho is totally worth watching. I didn't like it all too much at first. I got what it was about when I first watched it. I get it. You know, it's not my cup of tea though. You know, a little weird. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, holy shit, it's actually genius. It's incredible. It's actually really good. And every day I try to post this Instagram page I follow called Patrick Bateman Walking to Music, where it's that scene of him with his headphones in as he's walking down a hallway. I love it because of the memes. I love it because of its deeper meanings. It's shot well, very well acted. It's just a really damn good movie. So I highly encourage watching American Psycho because it's incredible. 18-year-old me when I first watched it was like, the hell? Okay. But 19-year-old me, after thinking about it, actually, little 18-year-old me afterwards was like thinking, oh, shit, it's brilliant. It's actually really damn good. And I really want to rewatch it again. But yes, American Psycho is totally worth watching, Dad. He also asked me a question because I took one of my pictures. He also asked another question because I took one of my pictures while I was on set. Why do you still have a mask on? That's my question. I text him because it's cold as fuck outside. He said that was my question for the podcast. I was like, oh, shit, okay. So why do we still wear masks on set? Because COVID cases are still happening in Los Angeles. And unions and Disney have an agreement with COVID protocols on set. I'm pretty sure that's as much as I can say, or I should say. But yeah, the short answer is COVID cases are still a thing in Los Angeles. Numbers are going up, yada yada, whatever new variants or people having the flu, colds or whatever. That's just a short-term answer, yes. The short-term answer is because of COVID cases still rising. My brother asked the question, what is your ideal burger build? Now, this is really interesting. This is an actually really interesting question that I'm very happy to answer. So, I would like the buns to be toasted. Well, it's not I have to have the buns toasted. I would just like for the buns to be toasted because, you know, a burger's a burger no matter what. But toasted buns, this is what I want. Bottom bun mayo, top bun ketchup. Then the burger, medium rare, sits on the bottom bun. Cheddar cheese, melted. Then you put a tomato over the cheese that's over the patty. Then you put lettuce over it. Then you put pickles on top of the lettuce. And the top bun goes on top. Now, I have this thing where every time I make a burger, I always say, okay, I don't want the tomato and the ketchup to touch. Because it's not like a weird thing. Like, I don't know. I just never want that to happen because, you know, a tomato and ketchup are the same thing, but they're not. But I just don't want that. Who the fuck wants to eat a tomato with the ketchup, you know? Who wants to eat the tomato with ketchup, you know? So I always want them differently, but it always happens. I always end up having the tomato and the ketchup touch. Okay, damn it. So that is my ideal burger build. And maybe throwing some crispy onion strips on there on top of the cheese before the tomato goes on. If you could smush it all together and have it, you know, not spill out, that would be great. But that is my ideal burger build. Now I want a damn burger. Thanks, Zach. He also asked me last meal, question marks, which I had to specify. Do you mean like the last meal I had or the last meal I'd have on death row, if that were the case? He said death row. So, what would I want to be my last meal? If that were the case... that's actually a tough one because we've always talked about this. But if I really want a last meal, I would want my dad to make me a rack of ribs, baby back. No, I don't know. He can choose St. Louis or baby back. I would like my brother to make his mac and cheese and cornbread. I would like my mother to make her chili beans and macaroni salad. And I would also like for her to make her trifle dessert. Because that's so fucking damn delicious. I would also ask my sister to make a pasta dish. Or she can make me the best damn key lime pie I've ever had in my life. That she made for me for my birthday a while back. I think that would be my last meal on death row. Comfort, classic. It's a classic staple of our meals whenever we have a big barbecue. It's comforting. So yeah, I think that would be my last meal. Then my brother also texted me, or also responded with another one. Dream car. What would my dream car be? I've always wanted an El Camino. Now I don't know the years like how my cousins and my dad and my uncles know. Like I don't get the years. How they can tell a 67 from a 68. You know, or 67 from a 70 or 72. I don't know. But I've always wanted an old El Camino. Red. It's either that or an old Camaro or an old Corvette. But the El Camino beats everything out. I've always wanted an El Camino. And once I grow up, I will have said El Camino once I have a lot of money. So yes, my dream car is an old El Camino. Red. My friend Gerardo asked, favorite game on the Switch? Now, this is a tough one because I have a lot of games on the Switch that I really like. There's Super Mario Odyssey, one of the most joyous experiences I've had. Now, I'm going to take this question as games that released on the Switch for the Switch. So no like virtual console or whatever. Let's see. Super Mario Odyssey is one of the most joyful experiences I've ever had in my life. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of the best video games I've ever played in my life. It's such an experience. It's a little hard to get back into nowadays, I think, because it's been so long since I played it, but I would love to just go through it again because it was so damn fun and creative and imaginative. Animal Crossing, it's just so comforting to play, but it's so hard to get into again. I've been getting into it again lately, but it was so hard to get back into it. I do it when I'm doing my laundry in my car, or I'm at the laundromat and I'm playing it in my car. Let's see, what other games do I have on the Switch? Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. That was one that was just it was an event. It was an experience. I remember when my roommate got it in college, he was setting it like a meditation night, but all of our friends wanted to play Smash, so they kept like whispering to him during the meditation, like, "Come on, let's play Smash," because the day he was doing that was the day it came out, and so that night we all played. We all kept unlocking everyone. We was playing like the eight character battle mode. It was so fucking cool. But I've probably sunk the most hours in either Smash. The games I've sunk the most hours in is Smash Brothers Ultimate, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Animal Crossing, and Pokemon Sword. But I would probably say, damn, it's actually tough. It's out of those five. But God damn it, I can't decide. I can't. But I'm gonna say Smash. Smash is my favorite game on the Switch. It's just so fun. It really is. I love Smash. It's so replayable. I just wish the story mode was better and that there was an actual story to it, or a better story. And, you know, a fully fleshed out story like how Brawl had the Subspace Emissary. That was really cool. But I just love playing Smash. I actually want to play it tonight after all this. My friend Nate from work. What is the movie you've seen the most amount of times? Now, I'd have to think back on this. Even though Back to the Future is my most favorite film, I probably haven't seen it as much as Toy Story, because I've seen Toy Story plenty of times. The first one. Now, I'd have to really think on this, because I know as a kid I've rewatched Toy Story plenty of times, but I've also rewatched the Simpsons movie plenty of times as well. I used to be able to memorize the entire Simpsons movie and just say it word for word as I watch it. It's actually a really good movie. I want to rewatch it again now. But the answer would probably have to be one of those two. With it going to Toy Story. Yeah, I think Toy Story is the film I've rewatched the most in my life. Just because I watched it so much as a kid. It's really good. It's really good. I love Toy Story. That's the answer. My best friend Sebastian, what movie surprised you the most last year? So for the year 2022, which film surprised me the most? A couple, but I'm gonna have to choose one. Let me look at my 2022 list real quick. Let's see. Um, it's a tie between a few. There's Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I didn't expect it to be so mature and really good. I just didn't expect a whole lot out of it. I just wanted to see a fun movie, but I got something really mature. It's something really enjoyable. That's one of them. Um, like the most surprising. Nope. Nope was so enjoyable. It had every element that it needed to have. It was scary at times. The score was great. It felt epic in the third act. Filmed beautifully. It's my favorite Peel film. So yeah, that's one of them. Uh but these two are the films that surprised me the most. Everything Everywhere All at Once and Top Gun Maverick. Now I've spoken about Top Gun Maverick and Everything Everywhere All at Once before. I've also said on my review for the film initially that Everything Everywhere All at Once was an A plus, but in actuality, it's an A for me. It's an A, and I was teetering on it, but it's because I think it was because of the experience I was having with it. Like, oh, this is definitely an A plus because there's no other film like it that I've seen, but it's an A just because it did so much and it was so creative and imaginative, and the filmmaking was insane. Like I couldn't even begin to think how they planned it all out. I knew someone who worked on the show, on the movie, and she was saying how, structured they were about it all. It's nuts. And Top Gun Maverick just because it's them flying in jets, and Top Gun Maverick had me on the edge of my seat. Even when I watch it at home, I'm like tense in my seat, like, ooh, ooh. So it's one of those two. I'd have to give the edge to Maverick though, because it felt so big. It felt so magical. Even though I think Everything Everywhere All at Once is a better film, I think Maverick was the better experience, and it did something to me. I was like, this is what movies could be. We don't get movies like this anymore. So yeah, that was something magical. Not to demean Everything Everywhere All at Once. That movie was beyond fantastic. One of the best films of last year. It was just something. Is that all the questions I have? Or that I had? No way. Really? Huh. Guess I went through them all. Damn, okay. Well, I think that might wrap it up for the Slice Podcast episode 20. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I think that's it. Unless there's any... I can check again on my Instagram. No, I think that's it for us, guys. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna call it a night now. Yep, I'm calling it a night. Yeah, that was a Slice Podcast episode 22. I'm gonna call it Happy Sad. Yeah. I had a good time with this. Got I think a little melodramatic at points, but I enjoy doing this. There's dogs barking. I'm pissed off about my poster falling over, but I'm happy I did this. I don't know when it'll be out. I'll try to work on it during the week. Hence the word try. Most likely I'll get it out Friday night, Saturday. Who knows? Maybe I'll even get it out tomorrow morning if I stay up a little bit. I mean, it's not a whole lot to do. I just want to mess with the color a little bit, match the audio to the video, the audio being for my mic to the video being for my camera. And yeah, I think that does it for tonight. And I most likely will save The Last of Us episode 2 for later this week. Maybe tomorrow. It's only 50 minutes. It's not an hour and 20 like the first episode was. So yeah, that does it. What'd you think about this episode of the podcast? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me in the comments below. And don't forget, in the description of this video, you'll find links to my Instagram. You'll find links to my Twitter. You'll find links to my Letterboxd account. And you also find a link for the woman who does my intro. She is a cool friend. Haven't spoke to her in a while. But she did. I love that intro. So anyways, yeah, that's it. And I'll see y'all next time with more enjoyable content like this. So, bye.